Okay, so I want to do a quick tutorial on creating like frosted effects on acrylic. So let me show you what I mean. We're in Corel Draw, and I'm just going to create a new workspace. So this is like an example of what you can do. So we're going to make something like this, and I'll walk you through the steps here. We want to make sure that we have a new work plane. And we're going to start by coming over here and basically sizing what we want our finished piece to be. So I'm going to say it's like 4 by 3 inches. And that's going to get cut out. So it's going to need to be in red. So we're going to come over here and do a right click so that we have red. And then up here, we want to make it hairline. Okay, so that's going to get cut out. And then we can place everything on that. So let's see, I need to import an image. So I just took a quick picture. There it is. And we're gonna work with this. So I need to size it first. I need to get the general size. And let's see if I can move this back. Okay, so I can see generally if that's about the right size that I want. I'm just going to crop out my head, so that looks about right. If I need to resize it a little bit, I can. Cool, we'll say that's good. So now that it's sized, I can crop it. So I'm going to go to, with that selected, I'm going to go to Edit Bitmap, and that's going to pull up Corel Paint. It's going to take a sec here. And in here, I'm going to go to Image Cutout Lab. So this pulls out basically a way that I can trace around my face with a highlighter. And so this is, the thickness of my highlighter is designated up here. If it's too thick, I can make it thinner by changing the size. But I'm just doing a quick job. If you want to do this exactly, you'll want to do a little bit better than me, but I'm just being a little bit sloppy here. So you want to make sure that your line that you want to be cut out is basically somewhere in that highlighted area. And there we go. We've traced all around it, and you can see that my line in question, the boundary is right about in the middle of the highlighted area. You're going to come to the inside fill tool, click in there, and you can preview what it looks like. That looks pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. You can make adjustments. You can go back in and fill in or take out certain areas if you want to use these and fool around. But I'm going to click OK. That's good. I'm going to copy and paste that back into my other document. So paste. All right. So I'm going to delete my original picture here. Maybe. For some reason it didn't want to go away. Okay. That's weird. All right, but now I have that one deleted. This is the one that I care about, and you can see if I zoom in here that there's kind of a bad area down here. I don't really care because I'm just gonna place my object so that that's getting cut out anyway. Cool. So now I'm going to change this to grayscale. We don't want it color, so we're going to go up to, let's see, bitmaps, mode, and grayscale. So it's sort of black and white. And then I'm going to adjust the contrast too. So effects, actually first, let's see, yeah, contrast. So effects, adjust, and I'm going to go to tone curve. There we go. So the idea here is to sort of bring out detail, and you can just kind of fiddle around. Usually you want to kind of make the darker colors lighter, make the lighter colors darker. You're just trying to get as much detail. So you can see like up here in the before, it was kind of shadowy in my eyes there. And now there's a little bit more detail in there. You can see a little bit better. My hair, was kind of dark before and hard to see the detail of, and now it's a little bit easier. I'm going to call that good. And then we're going to go to bitmaps, sharpen, unsharp mask. Okay, so you have to kind of play around. I usually bump this up pretty high. And the idea is sort of to add contrast. I feel like that looks kind of weird. All right, but that's okay. Sort of like the less detail, the better. Well, less is more, I guess, when you're engraving. So whether it's on wood or acrylic or anything else. So the fact that it's a little bit grainier, like the hair especially, like you see more contrast in, it's going to bring out that detail in the actual engraving. It's going to make it look more distinct. You can fool around with radius too. See, that's way too much. That's probably fine for this. Okay. Keep threshold at 0, but percentage should be bumped up pretty high, and radius could be, 3 to 5. Depends on your picture. Okay. Then the other thing is, with this, because on acrylic, what you're engraving is actually getting lighter instead of darker. You want to come up to, let's see, I think it's effects. Yeah, effects, transform, and invert colors. So we're basically making a negative, and that's going to make your final image look more appropriate. So the light areas will, the part of your face that's supposed to be light will be light, and the parts that are darker should be darker. Okay, cool. So that's pretty good. Then let's see, if you want to add anything like words, you can come over, you can say, whatever you want to say, and adjust your font. Be bigger if you need. And get it all lined out however you want. And then we're going to go to engrave it on the laser cutter once that's all set and done. But that'll at least get you most of the way there. Cool.